Secretary, Amanda Grant. Treasurer, Brian Runyon. Reporter, Jason Scott. And historian, Kathy Range. Seated on the back of the stage are the members of the Madison Central Site-Based Council, Miss Angie Barnes, Mr. Larry Blackburn, Miss Peggy Gandolfo, Miss Gina Lake, Mr. Howard Miller, Mr. Velmar Miller, and Mr. Bob Stevens. And next to them are the members of the Madison County Board of Education, Mrs. Patricia Baldwin, Miss Becky Coyle, Miss Linda Coyle, Dr. Charles D. Whitlock, and presenting the Commonwealth diplomas are Miss Jamie Worley. In front are Miss Mary Lois Kearns, choral music director, and Mr. Brett Barton, band director. To my right, seated on the floor, are the senior class sponsors. Behind them are the other faculty and staff of Madison Central. That is? I hope so. Now what do we do? Yeah. Okay, so. Okay.
It is a true pleasure for me to extend congratulations and best wishes to our graduates on behalf of the Madison County Board of Education. What a glorious night this is for you and for the members of your family and for this faculty who've helped bring you to this fine hour. The number one priority and interest of our board is enhancing student achievement in our system. Your accomplishments and the diplomas you receive here represent the culmination of all your years of studying in the schools the taxpayers have provided here for you, and that's an achievement in which we share your pride. You have our best wishes for continued success and achievements in your lives. Once again, our congratulations to you and our wishes for God's blessings. Thank you.
As we sit here today for the last time, I can't help but think that I want to do it all again. I want to go back to the beginning, back to my freshman year, and relive all the tears and laughter, the mistakes and victories. But instead, a new path lies before us, one that takes us away from each other and into a whole new world. Oh, the days were good when we could climb and climb, reaching for the stars. And if maybe perhaps we didn't get to quite touch them, we could always come back to the safety of knowing we didn't fail. But climb we did through teachers, friends, and family, all wanting us to touch the heavens. I would be lying if I said that I could leave here in a heartbeat without looking back, because this place and all of you are a part of me and my life. I would prefer to live in the in between stage, the part where I'm a young adult, learning to spread her wings, but still knowing that I'm not totally alone. I prefer to stay here in this place of in between, the place where I'm confident of myself and my accomplishments, where I'm on top of the world and have no fears, only hopes and dreams and goals. But the safety of in between must now be left behind. We must bring the lessons we learned in high school into the real world, not the chemistry formulas or the grammar rules, but the lessons of hard work, persistence, and friendship. We are a class of scholars, athletes, musicians, dancers, recyclers, skaters, leaders, free thinkers, but most importantly, big dreamers. Thoreau said that if you built castles in the air, your work need not be wasted. That's where they should be. Now put the foundations under them. So break out the cement and bricks and make those castles a reality. As we turn the page to a new chapter after today, understand that this is your future. Feel free to break out the jumbo crayons and color all over the pages. Fill them with all your hopes and dreams. As Robert Frost wrote, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing bear had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay, and no leave and leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I love you all, and I wish the class of 2001 the best of luck. Thank you.
Good evening. We certainly do have many special guests here tonight, but we have one really special guest who has served the students of Madison County for many years. He is retiring, and I can honestly say that every decision that he has ever made since I've been associated with the Madison County schools has been on the behalf of children. He is retiring. He is certainly going to be missed, that's for sure. I'd like to introduce to you a special welcome to Superintendent Mr. Glenn Marshall. Now to the real stuff. Mr. Marshall, first of all, senior class, please rise. Mr. Marshall, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and site-based council at Madison Central High School, it is a pleasure and an honor for me to present to you the graduating class of 2001. They have met the requirements set forth by the Madison County Board of Education and the State Board of Education of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I recommend that they receive their diplomas with all due right and privileges. Mr. Broadus, members of the faculty, school board, parents and friends, and members of the 2001 senior class, it is with a great deal of satisfaction that I have the honor and privilege of presenting diplomas to each of you. This certification signifies that you have met the required course of study for graduation as set forth by the State Department of Education. And whatever course your future takes, it is my sincere hope that you will look back on your years in our school system as having prepared you to meet and deal with the challenges that life presents. At this time, I would like to thank your parents for the cooperation and support given to you and our staff during your years in school. Parental support is key to a successful student and a successful school system. On behalf of the Board of Education and its professional staff, I want to congratulate and wish each of you much happiness and success as you leave us and go forward to other endeavors. Now, if you will please come forward as your name is called, I shall be most happy to present you with your diploma. The first 23 students will receive the Commonwealth Diploma, the most prestigious diploma awarded to a high school student.
To receive, is it okay? To receive the Commonwealth Diploma, students must satisfy certain requirements set forth by the Kentucky State Board of Education. In addition to the regular high school graduation requirements, the Commonwealth Diploma recipient must successfully complete all pre-college curriculum requirements, 4 advanced placement courses, and 3 college board exams. We are pleased to present the following students who have accomplished this endeavor and will be receiving the Commonwealth Diploma. Ian Chase Joseph Adkins. Jonathan Lee Allen, graduating with high distinction. Todd Aaron Brandenburg, graduating with high distinction. Mary Carol Collins, graduating with high distinction. Adam Lane Curry, graduating with high distinction. Amanda Leanne Grant, graduating with high distinction. Aaron Bradley Hawkins, graduating with high distinction. James Henry Highslope IV, graduating with high distinction. Maria Anna High, graduating with high distinction. Lacey J. Luxon, graduating with high distinction. Justin Dodd Mulligan, graduating with distinction. Sarah Elizabeth Pruitt, graduating with high distinction. Nathaniel Hayes Rader, graduating with distinction. Cassie Dawn Reams, graduating with high distinction. Brian Christopher Runyon, graduating with high distinction. John Mark DeLee, graduating with distinction. Jennifer Diane Scarborough, graduating with high distinction. Lauren Ashley Smith, graduating with high distinction. Tracy Diane Stafford, graduating with high distinction. Pamela Marie Sampahar, graduating with high distinction. Benjamin Adam Stevens, graduating with high distinction. Contessa Ann Tipton, graduating with high distinction. William Stewart White, graduating with distinction.
Larry Eugene Abney. Heather Joe Agee, graduating with distinction. Timothy Dean Akers Jr. Brandon Franklin Alexander. Amanda K. Allen. Savannah Lee Andrews. Daryl Joseph Anglin. Courtney Beth Applegate. Christina Mary Arp. Jason Dale Arrowwood. Andrea Elizabeth Ayers, graduating with distinction. Jer Baker, graduating with distinction. Jessica Lauren Banks. Melissa Dawn Barnard. Ariel Celeste Barnes. Matthew Joseph Beach. Brandy Joe Blackburn. Justin R. Brandenburg. Brad S. Brenniger. Amanda K. Brookshire. Eric Thomas Broomfield, graduating with high distinction. Heather Nicole Bullock. Noah Benjamin Berger. Amanda Joe Burns. William Tyler Kane, graduating with distinction. Patrick Ian Carroll, graduating with distinction. Anna M. Cecil. Michael L. Chisholm. Terry Beth Christian. Daniel Scott Clark. Holly Lynette Clemens, graduating with distinction. Joshua Andrew Klingerman. Michelle N. Cobb, graduating with distinction. Brandon S. Cole. China Sky Combs. Margaret Irene Connors. Kyle C. Conti. Jennifer E. Cornett. Joseph C. Cornett. Robert J. Cottrell. Aaron Colleen Cowart. Ian Michael Cowart. Morgan Jeanette Cox, graduating with high distinction. Gary Michael Coyle. Rebecca Leanne Crouch, graduating with distinction. Heather Leanne Crutcher. Christopher Glenn Curtis. Adam D. Cutlip. Jolynn Dargavel, graduating with distinction. Andrea Nicole DeLong. Catherine Amanda Denny, graduating with distinction. Raymond L. Diaz. Elizabeth Joe Doolin. Joseph Bradley Duff. Ashley Brooke Durham. Leah Beth Eads, graduating with distinction. Lindsay Allison Edwards, graduating with high distinction. Felicia F. Eggleston. Ono E. Igoditaya. Heather Renee Elliott. Keith Evans. Rachel Ann Evans, graduating with high distinction. Mindy Elizabeth Faith. Tanya Deanne Fielder. Letitia Yvonne Fields. Catherine Amber Fowler. Ronald Brandon Fowler. Brian Matthew Fraley. Jesse Collett Frost. Jeremy Lee Fusen, graduating with high distinction. Grant Austin Gabbard, graduating with high distinction. Joshua Kyle Gallagher. Donovan G. Garrett. Jesse Lee Gilbert, graduating with distinction. Aaron Brooke Gillespie. Sean Daniel Gillespie. Kristen Lee Gogan, graduating with high distinction. Carolyn Elizabeth Kathleen Golden. Andrew Eugene Goodlow. Samantha Kelly Goodpaster. Ginger Allison Gordon. Pamela Diane Grant. Joshua R. Green. Cecil D. Greenwood. Michaela Rochelle Grove. Richard Jason Gillen. James Michael Hall. Kelly Elizabeth Hardy. Kenda Renee Hardy, graduating with distinction. Allison Lee Harris. Johnny Hume Harris II. Stuart William Harris, graduating with high distinction. Tiffany Ann Henry. William Glenn Hensley. Joey Herbst. Rebecca L. Hobbs. Thomas Edward Holland IV. Hope Elizabeth Hoover. Brian Thomas Horvat. Andrea Nicole Howard, graduating with high distinction. Nathaniel Paul Howell. Robert B. Huddleston. Justin Huffman. Whitney Elaine Hunter. Ashley Diana Hurt. Robert Lawrence Ivershoff. Fonda Marie Isaacs. Kimberly Heesuk Isaacs. Brandon C. John. Amanda L. Johnson, graduating with high distinction. Kelly Lynn Jones, graduating with high distinction. Amanda Lee Kersey. Ashley Erin Kinder, graduating with distinction. Ashley Dawn King. Nancy Jo Beth King. Derek E. Kizabeth, graduating with high distinction. Joshua Byron King, graduating with distinction. Jared Lee LaGrange. Gregory Joshua Land, graduating with distinction. Suzanne Dawn Lewis. Krista K. Lindquist. Catherine Suzanne Lipman, graduating with high distinction. Elizabeth Grace Long. Justin Allen Long. Michael A. Lowry. Sarah Beth Lowry. David L. Masters. Emily Jane Mathis, graduating with high distinction. Randall Lee Matthews. Alan D. May. Faisal Mohammed McBride, graduating with high distinction. Stephanie E. McCreary. Laura M. McDaniel. Amanda J. McIntosh. Justin Glenn McKinney. Michael Jonathan McKinney. Ricky A. Middleton. Kylie Maureen Miller. Natasha L. Miller. Pamela Joy Mitchell. Kristen Ann Moberly. Thomas R. Mullen. Jonathan Dean Moore. Juanita E. Moore, graduating with high distinction. Brian Whitfield Morgan. Jacob Bart Nicholson. Mark Aaron Northern. Sarah Beth Northern. Stephanie Renee Northern. Joseph Allen Oliver. Shannon Osborne. Philip Charles Overall, graduating with high distinction. Christina Ray Park, graduating with high distinction. Stephanie Marie Pascal, graduating with distinction. Elizabeth Renee Pearson. Leslie Michelle Pedno. Neil Robert Phelps, graduating with distinction. April Lynn Phillips. Jason L. Pitcher. Richard Alex Poulter. Mary Michelle Pointer. Jennifer Lynn Pruitt. Melissa Dawn Petit. Larry Ashley Quarles. Michael Anson Ray. Ryan Vernon Reams. graduating with distinction. Shirley Ann Reed. Dawn Marie Retberg. Brittany Elizabeth Reynolds. Christopher David Reynolds. Joshua A. Reynolds. Megan Elizabeth Rodas. Stephen David Rodas. Lance Owen Robinson. Rebecca K. Rogers, graduating with distinction. Ruth Lynn Rogers, graduating with distinction. Brandon W. Rose, graduating with distinction. Stuart Marshall Rose. Joseph L. Rucker. Stephanie Rupert. Andrea Nicole Scott. Jason K. Scott. David Allen Shell. Ashley Beth Short, graduating with distinction. Gary A. Simpson. Kyle D. Singleton, graduating with distinction. Rebecca Skeens. Barbara Roxanne Smith. Lawrence Seth Smith. Lyle Brandon Smith. Stephen Joseph Sowers. Christopher J. Sparks. Jessica Lynn Stevens. Nicholas Chase Stevens. Robert Nathaniel Colson Stevens. Michelle L. Stevens. Jeffrey Michael Stratman. Jessica LeMay Stunson. Amber Lee Taylor. Ashley Marie Taylor. Jennifer Lynn Taylor. Trevor Nicholas Taylor, graduating with distinction. Kelly Nicole Thacker. Theodore Allen Thacker, graduating with high distinction. Dana Joe Thompson. Timothy Justin Thurman. Latasha Carol Kishner. Jared Ryan Kiravante. Donald Jacob Tribble. Crystalline Brooke Trimble, graduating with high distinction. Robin Nicole Trivet. Angela Michelle Turner. Holly Siobhan Turner. Lindsay Rex Turner. Jonte Cherie Ty. Amy Elizabeth Van Winkle. Lauren Tully Van Winkle. Alice K. Wagner. Lloyd D. Walker. Sarah Beth Waters, graduating with distinction. Crystal Webb. Erica Michelle Webb. Kelly Nicole Webb, graduating with distinction. Royce Edward Wells. Brian Curtis Wicker. Matthew Christian Whitaker. Guy Bryant White. Randy J. White. Natasha Elizabeth Whitaker. Austina Jean Wilburn. Adam Michael Will. Carrie A. Wilson. Misty Lynn Wilson. Logan Allen Wingate, graduating with distinction. Amanda Lee Witt, graduating with high distinction. Erica Nicole Wolflegel. Brandy Lee Yvette Wood. Gina Woolery. Joshua Shane Woolwine. Jeremy Allen Young. Lynn Taylor Young. Elizabeth Ann Zwallen, graduating with distinction.
It's hard to believe that we will be leaving here tonight as graduates of Madison Central. This is a day that we have anticipated for years, but now that it is here, it seems harder than ever to let go. So don't. Don't let go of the memories of some of the best times we will ever have. And even though they will be hard to leave, don't let go of the friends who will remain in our hearts forever. These memories and these friends have shaped us into who we are today. So hold on to who you are and take with you the determination to follow your heart wherever they may lead you. Although we've been told many times, we tend to take for granted the fact that tonight may very well be the last time we see many of the faces around us. As we encounter new paths in our individual lives and go our separate ways, we cannot help but be sad that our high school days have come to an end. But in reality, this end is only the beginning of the rest of our lives. Someone once said to me when I reached the end of an important part of my life, don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened. We have so much to smile about. When you leave here tonight, be proud of all we have accomplished, for we have worked so hard to come this far together. I leave you with a few words of advice that I personally believe can get you through anything. Always believe in yourself,
Never give up on your dreams and reach for the sky, because if you happen to miss, you'll still be among the stars. May you each find your special place in the sky. Congratulations, class of 2001, and I wish you the best of luck always.
For the official turning of the tassel, will the class of 2001 please rise? As the final symbol of our graduation, I ask you on the count of 3 to turn the tassel from the right side of your cap to the left and walk out of this auditorium proud graduates of Madison Central High School ready to take on whatever the world throws our way. Now you may be seated.
Please stand for the benediction. Dear Heavenly Father, as we, the class of 2001, stand before you with our heads bowed and our hearts open, I ask that you watch over us and guide us all as we close this chapter of our lives and journey down the road of opportunities that lies ahead. I thank you for all the teachers, family members, and friends whose love and support have helped to guide us through high school. May we cherish the friendships we have made, and may the happy memories stay with us forever. Give each of us the strength and courage to live each day to the fullest, for we do not know how long we will be here. Be with each of us now as we go our separate ways. It is in your name that I pray. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of My Old Kentucky Home.
Don't talk to me about rock music repeating the same words over and over again. Where would the English madrigal be without fa-la-la? My bonny lass, she smileth, by Thomas Moore. That was John Rutter conducting the Cambridge Singers.
Programming on WEKU is made possible in part by Kentucky Monthly, a general interest magazine that's all about Kentucky. Information available at 888-329-0053. Conductor Joanne Paletta picks up the guitar on Tuesday's performance today. She and Pepe Romero star in a concerto for two guitars by Vivaldi. And Polish dances, piccolo clarinet, and the meaning of vivace. It's a coming-to-terms grab bag with commentator Miles Hoffman. I'm Fred Child. Join guest host Bonnie Grice for the Tuesday edition of Performance Today.
Coming up this evening at 8, right here on WEKU.
Look for clear skies tonight in central and southeastern Kentucky.